ちらに安寧を与えん。
パパ、ママ、ルナを守ってね。魂のゆりかごが揺れる。
静寂が訪れる。
魂の意味、あなたは知ってる？魂たちが
始めよう。
あなたの頑張り届いちゃった。ルナと遊ぼう。
小よし、大よし。
命を眠る。
小にて大、小でこそ。
最後にサービス。あなたの頑張り届いちゃった。
感謝しよう。
見せてあげる。
汝らに安寧を与えん。
退屈させてくれるなよ。小よし大よし。小でこそ
もっと面白いことをするわよ。
目覚めなさい。甘く見ましたか。私の負けだな。
安寧のうちで眠るがいい。
Thank you, God, for the victory. We're going to take a shower pretty soon. Hi. Do I have one? What? Oh, I do. I play muted a lot. I unmute myself when I'm talking. Thank you, God, for the win. Good top deck. Oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful card. That's a beautiful card for real. Okay. Maybe one more. One more. Our opponents do not have the same mentality as us. Our mentality is, if we are losing, we want to see what we're losing to. Our mentality is, if we're going to die, we're going to look at death in the face. They could have 1,000 damage. I'm not going to flinch. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to surrender. I'm not going to leave the room. I'm going to look at it and say, let's go. Oh, you want to play again? Let's fight again. Let's go. I want to study my opponents. My opponents have recently just been bailing on us. Our opponents have just been like, this is an interesting keep. Hold on. I can't check. Deus Ex. Deus. When we get my punish, we get. I didn't pay attention to what rank my opponent is. Oh, this is way better. Usually when you're looking at your opponents in Haven, the higher the rank they are, you can use tells. We can use tells to give away some of our opponents' personality, like abilities. Like, for example, this is a Japanese player, right? They like tits because these are boobs right here. And then over here they have 3,600 rating. So we can use that to actually tell us whether our opponent's playing a very strong deck or they're playing a very average deck. I don't know what he's playing. Or like an aggro deck or control deck. So far we don't really know what he's playing, so we're just going to go for it. We have been playing against a lot of Havencraft. Havencraft's second most difficult matchup for us. Yeah, they're going, yeah, I gotta leave. Like, I can't bear it. I can't even see what, okay, I don't know what my opponent's playing. I don't even remember what this does, but all I know is my opponent left last time with this. GG. This game's over. The game's over, boys. Watashi wa. So The game's over. He's dead. There's nothing you can do. Thank you, God, again. Oh, he can Evo! He can Evo! I forgot how that card works. He can do that. He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Don't count him out yet. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. There's a world that we held on to that, but I feel like we just keep going. Well, I mean, I forgot that was gonna Evo. I mean, he's at 2 HP. Oh, Kel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've got a game, boys. The game's not over yet. The game's not over. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank God. This just got serious. It got serious all of a sudden. Okay. Interesting. We're not. He's not dead yet. That is glorious. Thank you, God. Watashi wa. Watashi wa. I don't even know what watashi wa means, but I always laugh because that's what you hear when your opponents surrender. Watashi wa. Your opponent, if you kill them, they don't say that. I don't think they say that when you kill them. But we're going to take a break. Thanks for watching. Thank you, God, for the wins. We had some easy wins, but we had a very easy loss too. If you're wondering what is the most powerful deck in the unlimited format, it is without a doubt the Minthe deck. We can even watch it real quick, and I'll commentate very quickly, and then I'll go take a shower. But if you want to see true power, our deck cannot beat this deck. Our deck is very powerful, but we cannot. There's no way. When I say there's no way, we won the last 7 games. We won 6. So, but we only lost to 1. Shadowcraft, right? Let's look at the data. Who did we lose again? Shadowcraft? Oh, we beat Shadow once. I don't know if maybe that was the one outlier. Let's see. Shadow, lose. Okay, you can't go far back enough. Thank God Shadow is not that popular. Only 2 games against Shadow. But this deck has to be the most difficult matchup. I don't think it's just for us. It's the most difficult matchup for anybody. This deck just got buffed. Alright, so his game plan is to kill you on turn 6. And they have an 85% chance to do it. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. But I'm going to comment on this. I have a meeting in 30 minutes. So, it really doesn't really matter what we do, but our hand's pretty good. If you look at our hand carefully, our hand's amazing. We've got a turn 2 play, we've got a turn 1 play, and we've got follow-up. So he starts off, plays a 1-drop. Okay, what's his game plan? His game plan is to have as many shadows. Look at this top number where my mouse is. He wants as many shadows as possible, and he's going to get many shadows easily. When you're in this game plan, you do not even want to attack their minions. What's the point of attacking their minions? Because they're going to sacrifice all their minions anyway. You need, actually, yeah, they're definitely going to sacrifice the minions. So you just sacrifice the minion, and the thing is, they can do 20 damage, if not 40 damage to you in 1 turn. We can do about 30 damage to you in 1 turn. So they don't kill you by attacking you over time. They kill you on a single turn, 1 turn kill, OTK. So he sacrificed his creatures, and he's playing this. He played a creature that he burial rights, plays a creature, that card he just played a creature, killed the creature, drew a card. So he's already thin to 26. So if you look at his deck, he's thinning his deck. So he's hyper thinning. He's digging deep into his deck to draw. Versus us, we've actually thickened our deck. We put more cards into our deck. He's been taking cards out. And so his deck starts doing evil things once they reach 20-ish shadows. And he's going to get there easily. Turn 4, he's already at 7. He just got to 27 shadows playing one card. This card is pretty broken. he just played Minthe. This is the Minthe deck. The Minthe just says gain 20 shadows. When Minthe dies, you lose 20 shadows. So what they do is they play Minthe on 4, then they remove Minthe's ability because Minthe has a negative ability. She gives you 20 shadows, and when she dies, she loses you 20 shadows. But if you remove her ability, when she dies, she will not lose you the shadows. So now, they don't really care what's happening. All they care is she's been played, they got the shadows, they silence, and they self-silencing with Sonata also draws a card, so it's a net positive. Now he's doing an Evo, and it's not really to attack us, it's just really to just make sure I can't kill him in 2 turns, because he's going to kill me in 2 turns. So he's like, what you gonna do? They start killing you when they're at 30 shadows. He's at 28, so we're popping off. Against most decks, what we're doing is called super good. Like what we're doing is we got a good setup, we're getting card draw, we're building a board. We're even trying to threaten with the charged storming creature. We have pre-evo, we have to evo because we know he's gonna kill us in 2 turns. You either kill him now, we're either killing him. So this is where the Gremory is so new card, super strong. She basically reads, if you have more shadows than cards in your deck, invoke. She comes out for free. Alright? As if that wasn't enough. She comes out for free when you have more shadows than your cards in your deck. And then she says, the next card, I think I'm dead on this. I'm pretty sure I'm dead on this turn. I didn't even make it to turn 6. It also says, when you play a card, and it uses shadows, using Necromancy, gain that many play points, and gain that many shadows. I don't know how this passed. Designed. Okay. But he interesting. How come? Oh. So he didn't have lethal yet. So he played Path to Purgatory. Path to Purgatory says this came out of the deck for free. They're running 3 of these Gremorys so Gremorys invoke. Invocation means they come out of your deck once the condition is met. Her condition is super hard to meet unless you're playing Minthe. Like if you play Minthe, you get 20 shadows, and how many cards is in the deck? It's like 22. So he silenced the Minthe so they don't lose the shadows, and now they have Path to Purgatory. Path to Purgatory says, if you have 30 shadows, deal 6 damage to everything on the board and to their face. I have 1 Path to Purgatory as I have. This is a really good card, but it's like my finishing move. My deck can only turn on Path to Purgatory manually, killing my own cards, killing artifacts. It takes time. I can't get it online until turn 7, turn 8. It's turns 8 maximum, and that's like a good day. Their deck can get to this win condition so consistently, they can dare put 3 Path of Purgatory in the deck. I can only put 1. And so, you think, oh, that's already bad enough, right? How are we going to get through? How are we going to get through this? He got a free guard. He's going to get another one, too. He's going to get, I think this is important. No, if he has more Gremorys, he's going to get another one for free. So we're already thinking, how can we kill him? But we know, oh no, this is looking bad. If he has his other win, as if this is 1 win condition, is his second win condition? Oh, Gremory, hi, gets a free guard. Gremory, oh, he just played Gremory, okay? Gremory says, he just gains, okay, Gremory said, as I said, if you use Necromancy means, this card has Necromancy. When this card says, eat 20 shadows, if you have 20 shadows, gain plus 10, and yeah, just gain plus 10, if you have 20 shadows, but you need to consume 20 shadows. But Gremory says the next time you do Necromancy, get that many play points that you've consumed. So he technically got 20 play points from this, and then he got 20 more shadows, as if that was enough. Like, okay, he couldn't actually, well, he can kill me, but I mean, the thing is, look, this is turn 6. He just put in 26 damage. This is 28 damage. And we'll never tap out to these people. Never. But I'm saying that this is the strongest deck by far in Shadowverse. And so, people who really want to get Grandmaster, who don't care about, don't care how they get it, I would highly recommend that deck. If they don't care, because Grandmaster means something different to everybody, and I'm okay with everyone. Look, it's just a game. Do what you want to do. If it's in the game, you can do it. But the reality is, for me, Grandmaster isn't about, oh, I can only get Grandmaster with something super super broken. Like, if a person gets Grandmaster and they can only get it playing a broken deck, sure, you got the cool card back. Sure, you technically are a Grandmaster. We can't take that away from you. But the reality is, I don't play Shadowverse to be a Grandmaster. I play Shadowverse to become a better strategic thinker, to learn more about the world around me. And some decks actually require your brain. and that deck is not one of those decks. That's our opponent. That's also what's a little horrifying about our opponent's deck. It's not hard to play at all. That deck's not hard to play at all. It doesn't take anything other than copy and pasting someone else's deck. You don't need to think your decisions very thoroughly. You either found your cards or not, and it's very solitaire-like. This is called uninteractivity, and it's one of the shortcomings of just card games in general that don't allow instants. When you can't play cards on your opponent's turns, it creates uninteractivity, because in Magic the Gathering, okay, you do that, I can play a card on your turn and stop you. Even in Legends of Runeterra, you do that, I can stop you. At least I can play something and prevent you, because I know it's coming. But we can't do it. You literally can't do anything. They didn't actually matter. Actually, it didn't even matter what we did. That's actually what it comes down to. If we had perfect draws, it doesn't matter. Their perfect draws will annihilate anyone's perfect draws. The only way I think we can beat them is maybe having wards. Maybe. I'm not sure. And I need to study it more. So I'm only talking from the bottom of my heart because I only play my own deck, so I don't know everyone's experience. Maybe there are other decks that can match up well against this, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. The guy just played 2 on one turn. And the thing is, this isn't a one-of. This is not a rare instance. This is the majority of times. The majority of times they can do it on turn 6. Yeah, I think the guy who created this deck originally deserves props. I have respect for people who do that. But one of the shortcomings of Unlimited and Shadowverse is they don't balance cards based off of Unlimited. We're playing Unlimited format. Unlimited is not balanced, is not ever balanced off of itself. It's only balanced based off of rotation. So rotation format, for example, Gramarye sucks in rotation format. She can't trigger her. It's like impossible to trigger her. That's just reality. She can't get triggered. And so since she can't get triggered, she has like this insanely good ability. But at the same time, she's not too bad, so you could actually play her from hand, and she's still good. She's technically a free card, because if you played her as a 2-drop, and then you played a Necromancy card, you'd get all your mana back. So she's a little bit... So the thing is, for us Shadowverse players, we cannot expect that to get nerfed anytime soon. But for us, it's a little bit because we're grinding GM, so we're just thinking about how to beat it and how to play around it. The reality is, I don't think we can beat them easily. Like a 15% chance to win. We're still gonna play. We're gonna still try our best. Whenever we're against them, we're gonna try see what are the best lines of play. But at the end of the day, rigged is rigged. Like, if you're against someone who's rigged, they're rigged, and that deck is rigged. Especially when that deck got stronger very recently by the inclusion of a new card. There's a new card in this game that they just in the mini expansion just released, and we'll take a break pretty soon. They just released this card, and this card is a monster. It actually almost makes the deck. It definitely makes the deck even easier to play. Like what we just saw is kind of the OG version. It's a little bit more the original version, but it just got stronger with the. Armadillo. Oh, this card's crazy. Nightmare Eater. Nightmare Eater is insane because what it does is says, play this card. It has Rush, and it has, when it dies, gain 2 life or gain 2 shadows. So it gains you 3 shadows if it dies. Thing is, when you play this card, it has Necromancy 4. Necromancy 4 says, duplicate and create a duplicate. So if you played this card on an empty board, you would get 5 of these. You would get 5 rushing 3/3s. All of which say when they die, you gain 2 life or you get 2 shadows. As if that deck needed this card. So in rotation, this card could barely trigger. Like this card could barely trigger. It could maybe duplicate once when you play it. You play it and then you duplicate. So you 5 mana, you get 2 3/3s. Okay, reasonable. Both have rush. In Unlimited, you play this card. Wow, they had 30 shadows on turn 4. So on turn 5, what happens is this thing creates a full board clear. And if you actually had any, if your plan was to kill them early, they just gained back at least 4, if not potentially 10 HP. And realistically speaking, creating a board of 5 3/3s, you're not even going to all die. Like all 5 3/3s, realistically speaking, most of them are going to survive. And that means you're going to spend the rest of the game trying to kill those, which stalls them to get Minthe and all this other stuff. Like it's basically, all right, they play this card and you're like, this perfect linebacker. 5 of these, all rushing, and they heal him, give him more shadows, and now the Deathly Tyrant's definitely coming down on turn 6. All right, take care. I hope you enjoyed our games. Bye-bye. Peace out. I hope we didn't come off as complaining, because we're just news reporting now. We're just reporting the news. The best deck in Shadowverse is what I just talked about, and it is. I will still try to think of new ways to beat it, but it's definitely a monster. There are probably ways to beat it. I'll be open. There are probably ways to beat it, but right now, as it stands, our deck's worst matchup is this deck, and our deck. We can't just adjust our decks just to fix one matchup. Like if we over tech to stop this deck, we probably couldn't even beat other decks. Take care. Bye.